Hey, what's up? This is Neptune Deepsea. I'm going to show you how to do White Mage in Hamlet Defense. We're just going to set this video up from the point of view of someone who's new to playing White Mage or just generally kind of unfamiliar with the basics. First thing you're going to want to do is to get into position, which is just to the right of this little patch of flowers here, and this is in Mill. The general concept there is that you stand in a place where you can access all 6 of these front and second line NPCs. We're going to use Presence of Mind, cast Protect twice in a row. Once on the front line and once on the back line there. I've got 2 other White Mages in here with me, so they're going to help get the coverage of the buffs. The main spells you want to use is Regen, Protect, and Stone Skin. Pretty much just want to tab around to each of your different targets and make sure that they all have those 3 spells on them. So I'll cast Regen on this guy, and while I'm doing that I can actually move my cursor over here and start casting Protect on another one. One nice little trick you can do is you can put your cursor on a guy like this who's being attacked right now, and then you can move your camera around. You can take a look around the rest of the fight, check out the other NPCs, and see how they're doing. If you need to, you can cast a spell on this guy that you're not looking at with your camera. You're looking at his HP bar. Now he's got 3 dots on him there, so we're going to want to use Asuna and get those off. As a general rule of thumb, you want to cast your Cure spell on an NPC when their HP goes below 70% or so. Regen should help you out with the rest. Now he's looking good, so I'll move on to the next NPC here. And I've also got a DOL coming at me right here. So I'm going to use Sacred Prism and cast Stone Skin on them. It takes about 3 seconds to cast, so if you time it about right, you should be able to hit them and yourself and maybe some other party members. There we go, we got everybody with that right there. And we got a cast an Asuna over there. So a regen on the frontline archer, move on to the next target there. We need another regen. Also, since our Protect is up, we'll look for a target to cast Protect on. And we've got one right here on the second line. So from this position, I can actually hit all 6 of these NPCs. All in the front line and all in the second line. And that goes for any Hamlet. In Limsa Lamensa in Aleport, you're going to want to stand near the fence. And in Ulda, there's actually a little patch of flowers you can kind of stand on, a little patch of grass. Casting Protect on your DOLs gives them a little bit of a buffer if they get hit by an AoE on their way to the box, like this one right here is running over there, to the Quartermaster to turn in. If they get hit accidentally, they won't drop their item. So that just helps smooth out the process here. For you guys wondering, we're not doing the defense buff with the DOH, just the attack down from the DOL and the attack up from the DOH. Everything else is going to be on the White Mages here. One thing I like to do is cast Stone Skin on the guy that's kind of off to the side here, because if you cast it on the main guy right here, he's gonna get hit and clobber net. It's gonna wear off, but it's gonna last longer on the other NPCs. Give you a little more of a buffer, because you know that your middle one is going to get hit, but it'll give you extra time to get to the guys at the edge there if they need it. So let's take a look around here for another protect target, and we don't really see one, so what we're going to do is go over here and target this guy on the third line. Run to the edge of the river. You can actually hit him from across the river to buff him up, but we'll take a look at our front line there and make sure that we don't need to run over there. If you notice, I've got the HP bar set up over all the NPCs, so you can see just by looking around what their status is. You can also hit this outfitter from right here if you need to. So he starts getting attacked, but we don't need to buff him up right now since buffs will probably wear before he gets hit. The most important two spells you want to have up is your protect and your regen. And my presence of mind is back up, so I'm going to go ahead and use that to get my protect out here. This guy's got 3 dots, so he needs to get it sooner ASAP. Throw a regen on him. And I can see back there on the third line we got somebody getting attacked. They look okay for the moment. So I'll finish sooner on this guy right here. And since this guy is the lowest health, I'm going to go ahead and run over there. So a regen on him first. Then a protect. Then a stone skin, and one of my DOHs here isn't looking so great. Somebody else got him there. I'll go ahead and throw him here. He's coming across the bridge there. So this guy right here, I didn't even have to cure him because all you want to do is put that regen on there. They'll take care of the rest. Generally, I only cure somebody if they're lower than 7% health as far as the NPCs go. Because that regen is going to do most of your work. If you're throwing a cure out and they've got, you know, somewhere between 80 and 100% HP, it's just a waste of time. You can move on to another target. If you've been doing Hamlet Defense and you haven't been doing so great, you might have noticed that you'll take a look around and all the HP bars will be down pretty bad. But keeping the regen on everybody, that's the key. And if you didn't know that this is the fog collar right here with the special weapon, you can go in first person mode here. You can see that it's got like a little fan on it. You do not want to kill that guy because that guy has got to be killed by the NPC archers. And he's one of the 3 special mobs that will pop the zombie mage. It gives you 10,000 points at rank 2. Take a look at a target, you know, I see this guy he has no buffs at all. So I'm going to cast my stone skin, I'm going to cast my regen and protect. My stone skin is down. So as soon as I cast the second one, I'll move on to the next guy here. Give him an Asuna. Move on to the next guy. Throw him a regen. He needs an Asuna in a second, so I'll just take a look around for 5 seconds and make sure no one else needs anything. I'll go ahead and cast on him. Actually just wore off, so I'll try to cancel that. You need the regen right there. My stone skin is up. Go ahead and use it on this archer. So regen out there. Move on to the next guy. He's looking good. This guy needs protect. And regen. I can take a look at this guy over here. You could use a regen. Throw one out to him. Get back into position. And we'll go over the actions here real quick. I've got regen in my #1 slot. That's the spell you'll be using the most. And then Cure, Cura, and Karaga. I've got my Blissful Mind here. And my Shroud of Saints. My Featherfoot, in case I pull aggro somehow. Isuna, Protect, and Sunscreen. Those are the spells you're going to be using the most. So I just keep them right on my bar there. And it looks like I got R0. Alright, getting back up there. Okay, throw out my regen. Get this guy buffed up. Yeah, I found it very convenient to have these, my first action bar set up just like this right here. Because that is your main Hamlet spells that you're going to use. And, I mean, as you can see here, I have almost full MP. And most of these guys are doing great. It's because you don't really... Regen only costs 56 MP. You don't really have to do a lot of curing if you're doing a 3 White Mage setup, and everyone is kind of doing what I'm doing right now. Regen's going to be doing a lot of the work. Usually there's a couple times where some enemies mass on a certain NPC, and then you need to throw out a cure. But most of the time, they get spread out automatically by the DOLs and DOHs turning in their finished products, and that way you focus on regen. And you don't wind up using a whole lot of MP, but if I see myself getting down to about 2700 or so, then I'll go ahead and pop the Shroud of Saints here. But if you use it and you've got more MP than that, it's kind of a waste. I usually just save the cooldown for when I might possibly need it if things aren't going so good. And you see here that we've got some orders up right here on the smith. That's what the sword is there. We're going to go attack that guy, but what we're doing in this party is when we reset that order, we're going to redirect it almost as soon as it goes up. So what you kind of want to do is, you know, target the smith and then run over there. And that's the paladin right there, special paladin. But anyway, go over here and go regen on the smith there. And looks like our reset hasn't come through, so we'll just keep curing this guy. This is where you're going to run out of MPs. If you wind up in a situation where you've got a whole bunch of guys on here, you're just curing away, your MP will run out. But if you do a reset like what we just did, it's going to send the guys flying around here, different archers. That kind of lets you just chill on your MP. And by the way, you do not want them on that smith because when the crafters or the gatherers turn in their finished products, they pull aggro. And if they pull it from the smith, then the enemies don't have to run through any archers to get to your party members. But if they're on the outfitter over there or one of the other guys across the river, then they have to run through all 3 lines just to get to your crafter. It's gonna make it so that they the archers peel that aggro off by the time they get up there, and they can just go back to doing their job in Hamlet Defense without having to worry about being attacked by enemies. And they went back on the Smith there for a split second, and then our party dropped the enemy reset. See, I've got about 2,500 MP here, since I cured that guy a couple times. So I'm going to go ahead and use my abilities here to get my MP back. Got it back up to 3,000 there. And that's going to put Blissful Mind on cooldown. So right here, 20 seconds. As soon as that's up, though, I'll see it because I'm going to see my action bar. And I'll go ahead and refresh that. So this is most of what you do here, is you just kind of stand in this spot, throw your buffs on your 6 NPCs, take a look around, make sure nothing is happening unexpected. See, the third line is looking real good. Got another wave coming here, so make sure all of our front line guys are buffed. And my Blissful Mind is up, so I'm going to go ahead and use that. And I went ahead and put Second Wind, where I just pressed up, and I've got my Second Wind right there. Get that HP back that I spent on the Blissful Mind. And they're on the Smith, so front line is looking good. I'm going to run over there. You need the cure. See, his HP went down pretty fast there. When you've got the boss stage up, you can have a lot of waves that come through. You do not want to have him on that Smith, so we went ahead and reset that. And this guy's got a little HP off him, so I'll throw him a regen there. And protect. And I'll get back over there, since most of the enemies are at the front, first and second lines there. I'm going to go ahead and target this guy, get in a position to cure him. He's getting hit by a bunch of these fog collars right now. They are conjurers, so they're going to throw out a lot of spells at him all at the same time. It can get pretty intense when they're all stacked up like that. My HP is down about, or my MP is at 2,500, so I'm going to go ahead and use Shroud of Saints in it. Get some MP back over the next couple seconds. Regen, and they're back on the Smith there. Just going to run over there, take care of that Smith. Okay, he's looking good, so back into position here, and we'll target this archer as we're running over here. And throw him a cure since he's down there around 50%. Get him buffed up. One of my third line archers over there isn't looking that great, so I need to get over there as soon as I get this these guys taken care of here. Just make sure you get that regen on everybody. That's your main thing. My guy in the back there doesn't have any enemies on him, so he can wait. I'm going to use my Blissful Mind there, down to 2,300 MP. If you're smart about it, you really won't run out of MP in here. The only way you're going to run out is if something goes horribly wrong with your entire party and you're stuck on a card curing it. That can be like an infinite loop. And my Blissful Mind is back up, so we'll go ahead and use that. Use my Shroud of Saints here. Okay, at this point, we are just about done here. All the enemies have just died, except for a couple here. We've got one more, and one here. They're both very low HP. Our boss is running around here. That's a little strange. Usually what you want to do is you want to kite him, but sometimes his hate gets reset there. Anyway, he should be okay. Looks like he's running over there. So we'll go ahead and throw a regen on this archer. We got one guy left, but I'll go ahead and throw a regen on this guy just in case. And someone just threw up a poison here on our boss. See that? He's got like 10% HP. The zombie mage just gotta go down like right now. So, gonna nuke the crap out of it. Hopefully I kill it before that poison kills the boss. And that boss is heading towards the archers. That is not a good thing at all. You need to kill this zombie mage. I'm going to go ahead and use Holy on him. Presence of Mind. Holy. Blissful Mind. Another Holy. And that zombie mage is dead. So the boss here is at like 3-4% HP. And we usually use the last couple seconds here to kind of try to get our 3 simultaneous crafting and gathering buffs up, but the way it's going, they're not going to have time, so the archers are going to wind up killing this guy. But we should still get a lot of points since we killed that zombie mage and did everything else we needed to do. So let's take a look. We'll just skip this cutscene right here and get straight to the score screen. And there we go. 33,360 points times 2. 67,170 points in Hamlet Defense. I'll go ahead and kind of go through that thing there. You can look through that by pausing the video if you need to. See exactly what the breakdown is. And we'll go ahead and run over here. And all we got is the Militia Barbet. Thank you, Square Enix. So, hope you enjoyed the video, and if you have any questions, let me know. Take care.